rise. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Madam Chair, Commissioners, Lead Counsel, Assistant Counsel, viewers and listeners, members of the press, good morning. Welcome to our daily proceeding of this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters. For our next item on our today's agenda, I have the honor to yield the floor to Madam Chair. Madam Chair, over to you.
Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I will call on Honorable Sila to lead us in Muslim prayers and Honorable Joyner to lead us in Christian prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. أعوذ بالله من شر النساء ومن شر الشياطين وسلطان الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنهض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإنما اليسر فإذا فعلت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها باسم ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر برحمة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of our life, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen.
morning, Mr. Witness. Good morning. You can stand here, please. Okay. Good morning and welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. Mr. Witness, what is your religion?
My religion is Islam.
In which language do you wish to
I'm
make
a
your
Muslim.
testimony?
Yes.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
In English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
I want to make an affirmation.
Madam Chair, the witness wishes to make an affirmation. Use your right hand. Raise your right hand up and then repeat after me. I, Nfansou
Darboe,
do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness for us to proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Darboe.
Morning, ma.
You are welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Council, we may proceed.
Good morning,
Morning.
everyone present. Can you tell the Commission your name?
My name is Nfansou Darboe.
So, Darboe, what is your address?
I live in Sukuta.
So, Darboe, what is your educational background?
I have diploma in business bookkeeping and accounts. I have RSA, Royal Society of Arts, with level 1 and Pittman with level 1.
You don't have a degree, do you?
You have what?
A degree.
No, I don't have any degree. My highest is diploma
Right.
in business accounting,
Now,
business bookkeeping and accounting, yes.
you recall giving a statement to the investigators.
Yes, sir.
We'll give you a copy. Please go through it.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
We apply to tender the statement of the witness, Power and Nfansou Darboe, into evidence as an exhibit. Not this one.
The statement dated the 12th of March 2024 is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/KTRC/PND/001.
As the Commission places. Now, you work for the Kuntaur Area Council sometime in 2020. You were either transferred or you retired?
No, I came as transferred.
Okay.
I started work with Basiera Council in 1983.
Do you have an appointment letter?
Yes, I have my appointment letter.
Were you confirmed?
I am confirmed, yes.
May I please see your appointment and confirmation letters? When were you transferred to Kuntaur?
I was transferred to Kuntaur in 2010.
10.
Yes,
Do
2010
you have
May.
a transfer letter?
Okay. This is my appointment letter. This is my transfer letter. And this is my confirmation. I'm sorry for wasting your time.
We apply to tender the following documents. The confirmation of appointment as a revenue collector, Mr. Nfansou Darboe, Basse Area Council, 22nd of October 1984. Mr. Darboe, you have been with the Area Council since 1984.
Yes, I joined in 83, but confirmed in 1984.
But we don't have your appointment letter. No? That's your confirmation letter.
That's a confirmation, yes.
Where's your appointment letter?
I think I misplaced that. But this is my
16th of July 2012, we have a letter addressed to the Chief Executive Officer, Kuntaur Area Council. Request for confirmation as Chief Executive Officer, Kuntaur Area Council. But where is your confirmation?
It's there. One is transfer and one is confirmation.
We have the staff transfers.
The staff transfer and the other one is confirmation.
24th March 2010, addressed
Yes.
to the witness.
Yes.
Both documents are signed by M. Job for the Permanent Secretary. We have to have documents admitted into evidence and marked accordingly.
A letter dated the 22nd of October 1984 with reference BAC/7/RC/volume 1 in brackets 147 with the caption confirmation of appointment Revenue Collector Mr. Nfansou Darboe, Basse Area Council. The letter is signed by local government officer, Basse Area Council. It is copied to the PS Ministry for Local Government and Lands, Chairman, Basse Area Council and Treasurer. A letter dated the 24th of March 2010 with reference LM9/204/01 Part 1 in bracket 68. It is addressed to the CEO, Kanifing Municipal Council and Acting Director of Finance, Kuntaur Area Council with the caption staff transfers. The letter is signed by Mr. F.M. Job for Permanent Secretary. It is copied to the Governor, Lord Mayor, Nfansou Darboe, Alaji Jeng, Chairman, Chief Executive Officer, and a file copy is maintained. The third letter is dated the 16th of July 2012 with reference LM9/195/06 in brackets 28. It is addressed to the CEO, Kuntaur Area Council. It has the subject request for confirmation as Chief Executive Officer, Kuntaur Area Council. It is signed by Mr. MFM Job for Permanent Secretary, and it is copied to the Governor, CRR, and Chairman, Kuntaur Area Council. These three documents are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/KTRC/PND/002.
As the Commission pleases. Yes, so you retired in 2020?
Yes, I retired in 2020, 31st of October.
In October?
In October, 31st of October, 2020.
Did you hand over?
Yes, I hand over.
Do you have a copy of your handover note?
Yes, it's with me here.
May you please say it?
This is my handover. This is Bankoye. Assets. Assets. Okay.
We apply to tender the handing over note of the witness, Mr. Nfansou Darboe, Chief Executive Officer, to Mr. Mamadou Sambu, 31st October 2020. It is signed by both the handover officer and the officer taking over.
The handing over notes from Mr. Nfansou Darboe, Chief Executive Officer, to Mr. Mamadou Sambu, dated the 31st of October 2020, has reference KTR/38/HSS in brackets 1. The handing over is signed by the witness, Nfansou Darboe, and the officer taking over, Mr. Mamadou Sambu, and it is dated 11th of November 2020. The said handing over notes is admitted in evidence as exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/KTRC/PND/003.
As the commission places. Now, who did you work with as chairman between 2018 to 2023, January?
Okay, when I went there, first week work with Mahmoud Mbai, the then chairman, and then 2018, then I work with the interim management for a period of 3 months after the election. Sekou Jawara came as the chairman of the council.
From 2018?
Yes.
To 2023?
To 2020. I left.
Yes, 2020, yes.
20.
Absolutely.
Yes.
How many councillors you have?
We have 10 councillors.
10?
10, yes.
Do you have regular council sittings?
We sit 4 times in a year, quarterly.
How many times?
4 times in a year, quarterly.
In a year?
Yes, quarterly.
Why is that? Do you know why?
Yes.
Why?
Because the resource base is very small.
What do you mean by that?
Because when I came to Kuntaur Area Council, the resource base there was 3 million.
3 million?
3 million, yes.
Okay.
Then when I was left, I left the place with, I raised it to 7 million.
All right. Meaning there is significant
Yes.
Increase in,
Yes,
in revenue.
But I took over, when I was taking over, there was only 1 vehicle there.
Okay.
And that 1 vehicle is allocated to 2 drivers. One will drive for a week, and then the next week the other will drive.
And then when you took over?
I took over 2010.
And
then I have some liabilities there because most of the staffs were not paid their salary up to 6 months.
right.
I don't know.
So you covered all that.
Yes, I cover all that.
So you did very well.
I cover all that.
How many vehicles did you leave council with when you retired in 2020?
When I retired, before I retired, I bought three vehicles.
3.
Yes. One from this place, CFAO, Toyota. The other 2 from Community Development,
Right.
Auction, Antoine Auctions,
Right.
two in number. And the 4th one was given to me through these people, UNDP, because we have a program with them called it promotion and we have a program with them for 1 year.
Do you or they gave it to council?
Sorry, they give it to the council.
Council. But you are using it.
Yes, we are using it.
Okay. How did you raise the revenue from 3 million to 7 million?
When I came there, by then the GS companies, we were giving them, let's say, yearly license. But when it was the 2nd year, we noticed that we should charge them per antenna.
Okay.
Okay, that's the one factor. The second factor is when I went there, this thing, government, we have no subvention from government. What we have from government is our race, normal race that they pay for their this thing. They are quotas. They are quotas within agriculture, medical. They paid for that, and this thing also car park use.
Right.
Yes, car park use inflated.
So all these were not forthcoming before you arrived?
Yes, they are not forthcoming because when I was in Janjambure, by then 2006, we have a letter from Ministry of Finance through the Permanent Secretary that our car park use is taken from the council, now is going to the police.
Right.
When he went to the police, we have quarterly payments from the police. Then after that, when it went to GRA, we have only twice in a year. So this is the problem.
So this, go ahead.
And then we don't have any grant in those days, unless all my days, 10 years, I have only 2 grants from central government.
And then the
Yes.
period that you have received this grant?
The first grant was that we build this thing in
No, when did
Kuntaur.
you receive your first grant?
The first one, that was I think 2013.
The second one?
The second one was 2019.
So you haven't received any, so between 2018 to 2020,
No,
you
that
had
is-
only one grant to receive. How much?
One more, 500,000.
$1,000.
Yes.
And-
I have that letter from me. I send it to ministry so that we can have it from consolidated fund.
Can we please see the letter? We applied to tender a letter addressed to the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs, 8th of July 2019, with the heading Proposed Projects for Funding from the Consolidated Fund into Evidences and Exhibit.
A letter dated the 8th of July 2019, addressed to the Permanent Secretary Ministry for Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs with the subject proposed projects for funding from the Consolidated Fund, and it is signed by Nfansou Darboe, Chief Executive Officer. It is copied to the Governor CRR, Chairman, Kuntaur Area Council, Acting Development Officer, Director of Finance, and a file copy is maintained. This letter is admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/KTRC/PND/004.
As the Commission places. Now, how many antennas do you have with respect to the GSM companies? Do you have the list?
No, I don't have the list here.
But I mean, council, that you do your survey to have the number of antennas.
But I can remember them.
Okay.
We have only one for this commune.
Only one for commune?
Only one for commune throughout CRR North.
Okay. How much do they pay?
40,000.
Every
year, 40,000.
And who determines this amount?
It is through the license tariff.
License tariff.
Yes.
So this is what helps you to
boost
the revenue from $3 million to $7 million.
$7 million.
In a given year, correct?
Yes.
Now, do you conduct surveys for revenue assessment?
Yes, we did.
How often do you do this?
When we are about to have this thing, race assessment.
Yes.
Okay, we started in October.
Yes, go ahead.
Then when we started in October, then we will inform the alkali through district chiefs that we are about to have assessment of race and taxes. Race and taxes. And then we'll have a meeting with them. And then when we started, the revenue collectors will go in the field with badge messengers to accompany them, to be a witness and a counselor.
Yes.
And then when they are ready with this thing, their assessment,
right,
they will bring it back. And then that race assessment book, we have to abstract our Form Bs, because race assessment book is where you have the name of the village, the alkali as the head of the village, and then the compound owners, how many houses you have in corrugated house, and how many houses do you have in glass huts. If there is a stranger, in those days you have lodgers, you have strange farmers, and then you have cattle tax.
Yes.
Yes, and then you combine all them, form A. Then
Form A?
Yeah, we call it Form A, district A. That is race assessment book. That is Form A. Then we will go to Form B, that where you will abstract to ward level. We have 10 ward level, from village by village, the alkali, the name of the village, the name of the alkali, how many yard compounds they are there, how many yard owners, how many grass house, how many corrugated house, and if there is lodgers, you put it there. If there is strange farmers, you put it there, and then and this thing. The other one is this one. You have the other one. I seems to forget. And then the total.
Now, do you have this documented?
Yes, we have it documented. It's the race assessment book.
So you have the race assessment book
yes,
for every year?
For every year,
you
yes.
have the assessment that is conducted, documented in that book?
Sorry, the total will be there, yes, every year.
Yes.
You
so who has custody of this book?
It's the revenue collectors.
Each of them will have their own race assessment book?
Yes, they
have
have.
Do you not compile it to have one?
Hmm?
Do you not do a compilation?
No, when we order this from Gambia National Printing Association, when they bring it, then we have it. First, it will come to the Director of Finance.
Yes. Now, what I mean, when you have the assessment conducted by the revenue collectors,
yes,
then we will expect that you will have a compilation.
Yes.
One book to comprise of the different assessment done by various revenue collectors. Do you not have that? Like for instance, if we ask the assessment for 2018, can we have one document to give us information about the assessment conducted in that year?
Unless when I go back there.
No, do you do that is the first question. Not when you go back to find out. You ask the CEO.
Yes. That is the district, the whole district. Now, how many villages are there? You put them the amount.
Correct.
And then secondly, how many rates they are supposed to pay.
Right.
Yes. You put it, we call it DR appendix.
Right.
Yes.
So now, that is only one revenue line.
Yes.
Is that not the case? That's only one revenue line. What are your other revenue lines?
We have trade license.
Yes.
We have this thing, markets.
Yes.
We have, apart from market, we have
car park
juice.
Right.
Apart from that, we have rates. We have taxes.
Yes.
We have.
So all this must be compiled. So
the compilation, we put it as a budget.
The compilation is what will inform the budget.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if you have your budget and you have a figure, and you say, for instance, car park juice is 1 million, market is 500,000,
yes,
and the list goes on.
Yes.
Something must have informed you. Something must have given you that information. The budget must be given that information by a document.
Yeah.
So do you have a document for the general assessment in a year, which you will use, among other things, to guide you to prepare your budget?
No, the only thing I did, when we have our budget this year,
yes,
then the next year when we were about to make our budget.
You will what?
Next year when we are about to make our budget.
Yes.
We will call a staff meeting, a general council meeting, then through the chairman, we inform the councillors.
Yes.
To bring their documents.
Yes.
That they intend.
Yes. No, let's forget about that first.
Yes.
The figures you come up with in the budget.
Yes.
Regarding car park dues, we know for rates and taxes, the collectors will do their survey and have this documented in the relevant forms, and you have a figure.
Yes.
For market?
Yes.
Who does the assessment for market?
We have only one market.
Do you have an assessment for it?
Yes.
Is there an assessment?
No, we don't have assessment
so
for market.
There's no assessment for the market?
For market, yes. We don't have it. We have only one market in Kauru, daily market. The rest are lumos, weekly market.
Yeah, they're all markets.
Yes.
Weekly lumos are also market. They are weekly markets as well.
Okay.
So, but you don't have an assessment for those. You don't know how much a market can generate in a given period. If it is a weekly market, how much to expect in the week? That will probably tell you how much you should generally expect in the projection for the year.
No, for the whole
trade
year.
License as well. Do you have assessment for trade license?
What?
The assessment for trade license to know how much you receive in a year.
No, the only thing we did, we issue them tickets to buy.
And then they buy
yes, and they
so it's fair to say that there is no holistic assessment of revenue.
No, I can't say that.
I'm not making a statement.
Yes.
That it will be fair to say there is no general or holistic assessment of revenue in a given year to know the revenue projection or expectation in a year.
In a year.
You don't have that. That is not done. It's only done in the area of rates and taxes, but you don't do that generally for all revenue lines.
No, for all revenue lines, when it comes to these things, they will go for, just like when it is trade license. Normally, they will go in December to register.
Yes.
We have a trade license register book.
Yes.
They will go with one of the member, the finance committee member, the chairman, as a councillor.
Correct.
He will go with the revenue collectors from village to village, village to village, and assess them.
Yes.
Sometimes you will have an increment, sometimes you don't have.
So where is that register?
The register is with them.
For trade license?
Yes, for trade license, we have it.
Okay, so you have it for trade license, you have for rates and taxes?
We have trade license register, we have race and tax register also.
Yes.
We have all that.
And market you don't have?
No, market, we don't have register for that. The only thing we have for market and GTR, when we receive it from this place, printing department,
yes,
it will come to the director of finance.
Yes.
Then we call it CRBR book.
Right.
That means counterfoil receipt book register.
Right.
That we have received this receipt from the printing, and
Correct.
now it's in the custody of the council.
Correct.
Through director of finance.
Correct.
And then we'll have a line. Each collector, when you come, there is a place where you will write your name, and then the amount of books you take, and you sign it.
Correct.
Yes, that we call it counterfoil register.
Yes.
Yes.
But that would not tell you how much to expect in a year.
Yeah.
Correct?
No,
That is not an assessment.
Yes.
You will sell those tickets at the end of the year. If you do a proper accounting, which you don't do normally, you have an idea how much you have generated already in a given year. That is your actuals. That's not your projection.
Yes.
You understand that? That is what
Yes,
you have
yes,
received.
yes,
in a
I
given year.
understand
If you
you.
had received $10 million or $5 million or $400,000, that becomes your actual. That becomes what you have realized at the end of the year. But how you must know what to expect in the given year.
No, one thing I realized that place is dormant. We don't have activities, trade activities.
No, even if you have $10,
Yes.
it is not a problem if it is dormant.
Yes.
The problem is, let's do the job, and then we have the documents right. Now you have retired.
Yes.
Now you are in 2020, you are no more in council.
Yes.
So if you don't conduct your responsibilities in a manner in which you would help continuity,
Yeah.
then it's a problem. You understand that?
Okay.
So it's a problem to pick up any document and say this is the assessment for the revenue baseline or projection in a given year for probably all the area councils.
Yeah.
But you know it's a requirement.
It's a requirement. Yes,
You
I know it's a
have an
requirement.
assessment
Yes.
Of your revenue.
Yes.
You
Yes.
should know what you should expect. That will what will give you information about what you should be in your budget.
Okay.
Realistically.
Yes, I accept that.
Yeah, but that's
Yes.
not done.
It was not done.
Correct.
It was not done.
The other issue is in relation to your role as CEO.
Yes.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
You are the custodian of the accounts.
Yes.
That's correct?
Yes.
How do you understand this role?
Number one, the chief executive shall manage the affairs of the council
Correct.
and be answerable to the council
Right.
and be subject to its directions and control.
Yes.
Number one.
No, you memorize that part.
Yes. Number two,
Yes.
the chief executive shall be responsible for day-to-day performance of the executive
Correct.
and the administrative function of the council,
Yes.
and the implementation of all council's decisions.
Yes.
Number three, the chief executive officer shall supervise, monitor, and control the activities of all the departments
Yes.
in the council, and
Yes.
ensure accountability and transparency
Correct.
in the management and the delivery of the council services.
Yes.
The chief executive officer shall be the accounting officer of the council.
Yes.
The chief executive officer shall be an opted member
Yes.
of all committees in the councils.
Yes.
The chief executive officer shall be the custodians of all documents and records
Yes.
of the councils.
Right.
And the chief executive officer shall,
Yes.
in the exercise of his duty, his or her duty,
Right.
shall report to the chairperson.
Okay.
That's what I know.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have a very, very deep understanding of what your role is.
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes.
You don't have to memorize it. You more or less memorized your role.
Yes.
Which makes life easier as well. But do you perform your functions in accordance with your mandate? Is that done?
Sometimes, but not sometimes.
Sometimes. Why?
Because we have a system in the councils
Right.
that I have given all their responsibility to the department, what is finance, being the head director. I liaise with him and then leave him to execute his duties.
Right.
And then this also, when it comes to the government side also, you have that. We have only that. Other office are procurement and internal audit office. Okay. We don't have.
Now, when it comes to expenditure
Yes.
of council, who has the authority to sanction expenditure or to incur expenditure?
Yes, sir,
Authorized
is the chief executive officer.
Only you?
No, because when I went to this place,
Yes.
let me come. When I went to this place, because CRR North
Yes.
is not fortunate to have a bank there.
Yes.
There is no bank.
No. Who has the right to authorize expenditure?
The CEO.
The CEO. Who
Yes.
else?
And secondly, the director.
No, you the CEO, the chairman and council.
The chairman also, yes.
You're familiar with the financial manual?
Yes, not too much.
Not too much.
Yes,
You should be familiar with the financial manual extensively.
yes.
On page 19, section 305, it says that the authority to incur expenditure is vested in council through the budget approval.
Yes,
And the finance director shall not make any payment nor accept any charge in his accounts unless authorized by the chief executive.
yes,
Do you know what that means?
yes.
What does it mean?
It means that I am responsible.
Yes, that the finance director cannot do anything without your
My knowledge,
authority.
my knowledge, yes,
and approval.
yes.
Now, the chief executive, and in accordance with the monetary thresholds approved by each council. Do you know these monetary thresholds?
No,
You don't.
you don't.
Now, as regard the monetary threshold, it should be noted that up to a given amount, the CEO can approve and incur expenditure without reference to the chairman or mayor of council. Do you know what that means?
Okay, the only thing I can explain,
Right.
when it comes to GPPA,
Yes.
my mandate is to have goods and services
No, let's first understand.
up to 50,000. And then when projects are there up to 500,000 as the threshold.
Yes.
Then when it comes to, for example, the appointments, the CEO, by then when I was there, I appoint from grade.
No, let's limit ourselves to the money and who has the right to authorize expenditure. You were saying GPPA, up to 50,000, you have the right to?
No, GPPA, from $0
Yes.
up to $50,000, goods and services.
Yes.
And then when it comes to the projects, threshold is 500,000.
Yes.
The CEO can be authorized up to 500,000.
Who says that? Where did you see that?
That is the threshold.
But where did you see that? Mr. Accent, not that that is not the case. I just want to know understanding.
No, the
understanding does not seem to be.
The understanding,
correct.
yes. The understanding is this, according to GPPA rules.
Do you have a right to authorize payment just going by the different procurement methods in the GPPA regulation or act? For instance, if it's single source, then as long as it's single source, you have the right to authorize payment?
Yes.
No, you don't. You don't.
For me,
The authority to incur expenditure is premised on you following regulation. When it comes to procurement, there are procurement rules and regulations. Is that not the case?
no, as for me, I just have that in mind that when you have this from GPPA, from goods and service up to 50,000,
You
that's
make
that's the threshold. Then when you comes to projects, that's threshold of 500,000.
So
yes.
if council is to procure one laptop that costs $40,000, and they write the request, what procedure do you follow?
We will inform this one, the procurement
You
officer.
don't do that. You don't
Yes.
involve procurement. But let's assume you do.
Yes.
So if you involve procurement, up to what level? What do they do?
They will have 3 quotations.
Yes.
They will demand for 3 quotations.
Right?
And then they will demand for the one and see which one is favorable for the council.
Right.
Because
then
they want this thing, how they call it.
Once they determine that,
Once they determine that,
and then you authorize payment.
yes.
That's how it works.
No, when they, for economical reasons, and they will determine this one is.
Yes, they determine you should go by X.
Yes,
And then they fill the forms and send it to your office.
yes,
A voucher is prepared and then you authorize payment.
yes.
No, but that's wrong, Mr. Darboe.
Okay.
There has to be a contracts committee.
No, for me, to be candid, I don't have any contract committee.
But you should have had a contracts committee.
Because what I did, I personally, with the chairman and then the director of finance, we act as the contract committee.
You don't?
Myself, as
Yes.
the CEO.
Right.
And then the chairman.
Yes.
And then the director of finance. We
Yes.
act as the contract committee.
You serve as a contracts committee.
Yes.
How can you have the chairman serving in the contracts committee?
We don't have, since I went there, I
But that's
don't
wrong.
have, yes, it's wrong, but
That's
I don't have
unlawful.
contract
So you
committee.
have to have a contracts committee. You have to be making decisions on procurement.
Yes,
Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you're well staffed to have a special procurement unit, you may delegate some powers to the special procurement unit, but you still have to report to the contracts committee. So before you sign a check to authorize a payment, it must have gone through the necessary levels and steps. Otherwise, your authority would have been abused.
okay. I accept.
Yes, I know, but
Yes,
you
I
would
accept.
have violated your authority
Yes.
because then you would have not followed the due process.
Yes,
So that's what I meant when I said you don't have the absolute authority to just sign checks and incur expenditure without following due process.
okay,
Do you understand that?
okay,
So not that council does not need a laptop,
yes,
not that the purchase of the laptop was not probably a valid reason, but the
Yes.
manner in which you have gone about it would have been unlawful. Do you understand that?
yes,
And that is the issue. So when they say you have the right to sign checks as a CEO, it does not mean checks can come and you sign anyhow with the finance director and payments. I mean, that's why you have been mentioned several times by the director of finance and other witnesses that you give them authority.
yes.
The
You
director
know,
of finance will also push everything to you, Mr. Darboe, to say that you are the one who authorizes expenditure.
can I clear that?
Yes.
You see, when I came to that place, there is no bank. So the only thing I did, because the CRR not comprised of 330 villages,
Yes.
and there is no bank. And then people traveling from this place, Same,
Right.
to Kuntaur. Kuntaur is off the road.
Right.
About 5 or 4 kilometers from this place.
Yes.
Wasu.
Right.
It is about 30-something kilometers.
Yes.
Then when you're traveling from Balangar to Kuntaur, it is about nearly 50 kilometers.
Yes.
Okay, the only thing I did, so I make 3 payments. For one should be doing payment at this place.
No, we will
Same.
come to that. You are now talking about the issues regarding revenue collectors being authorized to pay.
Yes.
Make payments in their various units.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes,
That's what you are trying to justify. We will come to that.
Okay.
You have to first understand the authority to incur expenditure. Now, does the chairman have a role in authorizing payments?
No, he doesn't have the role
At all?
at all.
You don't seek clearance from the
No,
chairman?
the only he involved, that was when we were given these contracts.
Yes.
Only that, because
Which contracts are those?
the contract for wisdom at this place, Balangar 5 markets.
Yes. He
Yes.
was involved.
He was
What
involved
is
in
the
that.
degree of his involvement?
He came with the contract person.
He came with the contractor
The
for
contractor
Balangan,
from
the
Balangan.
wisdom project.
For wisdom
And
project.
you paid how much? How much did you authorize for payment for that?
Myself was in that meeting, and then the chairman was in the meeting, the director was in the meeting.
Yes.
Yes,
How much was
500,000.
Why would why would you authorize payment for to a contractor when you is the chairman who brought the contractor?
No,
Is that normal?
we single source it.
Yeah, but it
we
was brought by the
single
chairman. The chairman had interest in the project.
No, I cannot say so.
You should know that.
No, I cannot
You
say
should
so.
know. You should know that.
No, the only thing, because these things, when it comes to, He is a native from that place.
He said, what? Do you know that you, even at the contracts committee level, you should sign a declaration of this thing to show that you have no interest, conflict of interest form, that you have no interest in the contracts you were awarded? Are you aware of this?
Yes.
Exactly.
I'm
So if
aware.
the chairman brings a contractor,
Yes.
would that not be in violation of the requirement?
No, because
No.
let me come, sir. Because I said we are answerable to them.
Yes, to who?
To the chairman, the council and then chairman.
All right.
Yes.
And
So when he comes with this thing, because we have a phone.
Please speak into the microphone.
Huh?
Please speak into the microphone.
Okay.
So you are answerable to the chairman.
Yes.
And so?
And then the councils.
Okay.
Yeah. When we have this phone,
Yes.
we want to execute that in this place, Balangar.
Yes.
And then we went and advertised it.
Right.
Then he came with this man. I said, fine, you came with this man. He said, is he competent to do the job? He said, yes. I said, okay, we can just single source it to him.
And that was enough?
Yeah. We make an agreement with
No, I'm just saying whether that is lawful.
No, we invite this
Is
man.
that the manner contracts are awarded?
No, we invited the director of planning.
I'm not asking that.
The planning.
The idea that the chairman comes
Yes.
with an individual and he said he's a contractor and you have to ask him whether the contractor can do the job. He said yes, and you said okay, you will now single source it to him. Is that the proper way?
No, that is not the proper way because we have to consult the director of planning.
Forget about the director of planning.
To come.
Forget
To make
about
the
him.
agreements.
Forget about him for now. Is that the proper procurement process?
Because we don't have contract committee.
Is that the proper procurement process?
No.
And you knew it was not the proper procurement process,
Yes.
but you engaged in that.
Yes, I engage in that because I awarded the contract to them.
Because?
We award the contract.
Knowing fully well it is wrong.
By then
By then?
By then I cannot say it is
No,
wrong.
you knew it was wrong.
No.
So you knew there is a procurement act.
Yes.
Do you not know that?
Yes, I know.
You knew that there is a procurement regulations. Do you not know that?
Yes,
You knew fully well that there is a process to follow in procurement.
Yes.
And it does not involve the chairman. This you know.
Yes.
And you know no one should have an interest in procurement or financial expenditures of council if you're working in council.
Yes.
Correct? And making decisions. Is that not the case?
Yes.
And you violated all these requirements
Yes.
intentionally because you think you were answerable to the chairman? Is that the reason?
Yes, because to me, he is the head of the institution.
No. See, the issue is, Mr. Darboe,
Yeah.
you guys were working as a team.
Yeah.
You guys were working as a team to defraud council.
No.
That is the only explanation because it's not like you do not know. You knew what you were doing was wrong. You continued to do what you were doing knowing fully well it was wrong. The intention was to fill your pockets and defraud council.
No, I don't have anything from this
No,
council.
you can say as much as you want.
I don't have anything from this council.
Now the other issue is the law requires that you should have the right to sign checks or
Yes.
authorize payments up to a certain amount. That council,
Yes.
general council should come up with a resolution to say that the CEO can spend up to $100,000 without consulting the chairman or council. Example. And then if it passes that $100,000 margin, then you have to consult the chairman for his approval. Then if it passes a certain level, you must consult the council. That is what the law says. The
Yes.
financial manual.
Yes.
Do you understand? Are you aware of this?
I'm aware of it because that's why I said my mandate is to.
Are you aware of this?
Yes, I'm
Have
aware.
you been doing that?
No, I was only following this when goods and services is not more than 50,000.
Even with that, you were not following.
Yes.
Even with that, you were not following procurement process.
Yes.
You were only signing checks and authorizing payments, but you were not following the procurement process. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And is there a cashier at council?
We don't have cashier. When I was
Why?
there, I don't have cashier.
Why?
Because we have the money is very small to have a cashier. What we collected, because we don't collect it daily. We have only this thing when the trade season started in January. That is our peak period, up to March, April. Then from there we have a link period up to December. Then,
You
yes,
collect revenue.
Yes.
You collect